A Mobile County middle school teacher is facing charges for supposedly stalking a former student. Jeremy Hunter is an 8th grade science teacher at Hankins Middle School, as well as a cheerleading coach at several other schools around town. Hunter is out on bond and could face up to 6 months behind bars if he's convicted. News 5's Emily DeVoe has the details.
Do you find it inappropriate that you had a picture of the student on your nightstand? With his head down, Jeremy Hunter doesn't have anything to say to us as deputies take him to jail. Hours before this, investigators showed up at his house in Theodore with a search warrant. His charge, stalking a former student.
Over what I consider a short period of time, there are thousands upon thousands of texts between this teacher and this student, which I think is extremely unusual for a true student-teacher relationship.
When they searched his house, authorities found a framed picture of the student by his nightside table, and his cell phone had the teen's picture as its screensaver.
There's severe emotional distress that I think that could have been headed off months, if not, a year or so ago. And I think that falls partly on the school system.
Captain Paul Birch says they began investigating Hunter 2 years ago when the student's parents first complained. He says the school was notified, but as far as he knows, nothing was done.
It really surprises me that the Sheriff's Department said that, because we have been working with law enforcement throughout the period of time that there has been complaints.
Superintendent Martha Peak says this morning's arrest was the first she heard of any concrete evidence against the teacher.
That's the first time that we've had knowledge of there being any evidence to the point of there being something to take action on.
Hunter is no longer allowed in the classroom, and if he's convicted, the max he'd face behind bars is 6 months.
For the emotional distress that he's caused this student and possibly more students, I think 6 months is way too lenient.
Authorities believe there are other victims, and they're asking anyone with information to come forward. In Theodore, Emily DeVoe, News 5.
Investigators know of at least one other victim whose parents have come forward. They're asking parents and students to use their anonymous tip line if they don't want to be identified, because any information will help them. As is protocol, he'll remain on leave with the school system until this investigation is over.